Hey guys, I'm so sorry that this video took so long to get on YouTube because a lot of things have been going on lately. My family's been going out a lot and I've had to run a lot of errands because I'm getting my requirements ready for, applying for work in a hospital, so I haven't had any time to film. But I do promise that this week I am uploading 2, if not 3 videos. So that's me making up for my failed punctuality. Have you guys noticed that in most of my videos, I have some form of an intro that's only slightly related to the main topic that's going to be discussed in the video? I have, just today. In fact, it's happening right now. Intro within an intro! Inception intro! Boom! Boom! You're probably sitting there thinking, what the hell was that? But I'm telling you right now, if you've seen the Inception trailer, that is the sound that you hear in the background. That bong bong sound. And I know. My attempt to imitate that sound was awesome. Just a few days ago, when I started brainstorming for this vlog, I came up with the following observations about my videos. Like, aside from having unrelated intros at the start, I noticed these things. I'm almost always slightly squinting. I blame my only source of light, which are my sliding doors leading out to my balcony. Why don't you try filming at 1 to 3 in the afternoon? Let's see if you don't look as constipated as I do. Most of my videos' thumbnails are of me in a pout. Why, YouTube? Why must you only capture thumbnails of me in mid-word and in a pout? Kaya ayan, mukha tuloy ako masyadong seductive. Joke! As promised in my previous video, I'm going to answer the 2 questions that I left you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can just watch that video right here on the link I put right there. So my answer to the first question that I left you guys, I would definitely punch my best friend in the face. I would do it twice. That's how much I love her. Under no circumstances ever will I find it in my heart to kick a puppy. Like some of you, I think 2 or 3 of you answered that they would kick the puppy. And I was just... disappointment. That, my friend, is what you have in common with serial killers and men who beat their wives. Change your answer now before it's too late. Now, I have a slight problem with what happened with the second question that I left you guys. Some of you didn't listen to me when I specifically said that you are not in a swanky grocery store. Be realistic. Some of you said they would fill their carts with gadgets. You're in a grocery. What, are you gonna put the price checkers and the cash registers in your cart? One said that she'd get a house and lot. You're in a grocery, not a store run by Mary Poppins. But good answers anyway, guys. I read through each and every one of your answers and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The ones that I did mention here, be a sport, is just me making a joke out of the situation. Thank you for answering the questions anyway. Please answer the questions I will leave later. If I had only 45 seconds and Oprah was going to pay for everything that I could fit in my cart, I would go straight for the liquor section. I would definitely load up my cart with Grey Goose, Johnny Depp. I just said Johnny Depp. See, that's how much I love him. Freudian slip. Again, I would definitely load up my cart. Again, I would definitely load up my cart with Grey Goose, Johnny Walker, Jack Daniels, and Patron Tequila so I can be drunk on margaritas and sing that song like I mean it. And I would probably grab a bag of Twix on my way out. Okay, enough of that. On to the rant! So many public restrooms, so few decent ones. More often than not, I make sure I leave the house with a freshly emptied bladder. Like most girls, I can last probably 46 hours without ever peeing. Actually, I can even go through 8. Because like back in college when I'm on duty at the hospital, I can finish a whole 8-hour shift without ever feeling the urge to pee. Super pantog power! But don't do what I'm doing, it's bad. You have to pee like every 2 hours at least. But I'm alive and kicking at 22. I don't have a problem. So I don't think not peeing every 2 hours would be the cause of my death. So sometimes my super bladder powers don't work and I would be stuck in a mall or inside a very cold vehicle on a long road trip. Hence, I am left with no choice. I must pee in a public bathroom. And right now, you're probably all, "Oh, Anna, you're so maarte. You're so maselan. You should feel blessed to even have a toilet when you need one." Yes, that's me copying you. Don't be tripping. It's not my fault you sound that way. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Almighty God, for blessing me with a toilet whenever I need one. Amen. But for the life of me, I can't ever understand why most of the public restrooms out there have these following issues. Everything is wet. Like, I want to put my handbag down on the counter, you know, just so it's easier to look for my lipstick or something in the bottomless pit that is my bag. But I can't because the counter is wet! Like, when you're washing your hands, if you're not 3 years old or if you're not having a seizure, it shouldn't be too hard for you to keep your hands in the confines of the sink. Oh, but I have to get a tissue. Then do the flicking thing inside the sink. Don't wash and then flick while moving. And it's not just the counters that are wet. It's the floor too. Like, are people giving their dogs a bath in there? And sometimes I can't help but feel like I'm trapped inside a cubicle because I see that the locking mechanism, which I'm supposed to touch, is wet. I feel like I'm in the movie Saw. I don't even know why it's wet. Like in the act of toileting in a public bathroom, there is no action there that necessitates getting your hands wet. Unless you pee in your hands, no, it's never gonna happen. Bakit? May sinasala ka ba sa ihi mo? There is pee everywhere but in the toilet. Like, I get in a cubicle and there are yellow drops of pee on the floor and around the toilet seat. You wanna know what else one usually finds in a cubicle? A huge toilet bowl. Use it! I forgive men who sometimes miss when they're trying to aim towards the toilet with their wang. Because, you know, I've asked around and you actually have valid reasons. For example, you could be really old or you actually have a boner and it's cold. So, you know, it's hard to like point your wang down and aim. And I understand that the pressure of the pee is sometimes a little bit too much for you to handle. That when it comes out, it's like a blast mode on your garden hose. I get it. But if you're a woman, how can you miss? Sumasayaw ka ba habang umiihi? Tigil mo yun, hindi yun normal. Wala bang flush sa men's CR? Because back in college, and I think everywhere else, I would always keep a safe distance from the male bathroom because, oh, panghi, please, wala ba kayong flush o tabo man lang? Alam mo, pwede magbanlaw. I don't get it. Why do all male bathrooms have to reek of pee? I mean, is that how it is with you guys? Do you guys actually like that smell? Does that relax you? I know urinals have a flushing mechanism. You can't just pee, zip up your pants, and then go. Like, if you have time to jiggle your wang after you pee, you have time to freaking flush the toilet. Most of the time, every time I walk by a male bathroom, I feel like I have become a urinal. There's this stupid-ass queuing system that exists only here in the Philippines. Girls, you know this. Occupied cubicles on the left and occupied cubicles on the right. In front of each cubicle is a woman waiting for her turn. I get in the bathroom and I see this and I immediately think, this is a game show. Pila sa letra! I want to meet the person who started this stupidity. Why do people think it's more efficient to try your luck and choose a cubicle instead of just falling in line like a normal person? Whenever I see this system going on in the bathroom, I just shake my head and get my own cubicle. Just like everyone else is doing. Because, you know, I can't fix it. I can't just walk into a bathroom and then shout, "Mga miss, katangahan ang ginagawa ninyo. Pwede bang pakiiwan ng cubicle na napili? Alam ko marami na kayo na isugal na oras dyan, pero please, pamila na lang kayo dito." Because you're not gonna leave your chosen cubicle. Admit it. Oh no, you're too proud for that. You choose a cubicle and you stick with it. Like, what's funny is it doesn't even matter if the ones next to yours have had like 3 turnovers already. No, dun ka lang. Malas mo na lang kung yung pinasukan mong cubicle mabaho. Tiisin mo ang pride! Now that I think about it though, I think I would rather be stuck in a cubicle doused in pee than to be stuck in a cubicle na puro kulangot. Shit lang! Magkaibang dingding tsaka tissue, okay? Hindi ko talaga ma-imagine, grabe. So, ano to, while you're peeing or you're pooing, nangungulangot ka, ganon. Hindi ko sa'yo magazine, libro, kailangan kulangot ka. Okay, so assuming may kulangot ka na dito, hindi mo maaalala na merong tissue na pwedeng pagpahiran ng kulangot mo. Pero maaalala mo na hindi ka na bata, so therefore, hindi mo pwedeng kainin yung kulangot mo. Therefore, you make pahid on the wall? Ano ba? Tuloy, whenever I'm in a cubicle and I see someone's booger on the wall, like, I keep an eye on it. Kasi feeling ko, alam mo yun, parang malingat lang ako ng konti, lalapit siya sa akin. I wish every public bathroom had sealed cubicles. Like the ones hotels have, you know, like the door reaches the ceiling and the floor and it's like completely sealed. That way, it's soundproof. Because sometimes I feel like the men in the male bathroom can hear my pee. Like, hindi ko alam kung maiinggit ba ako sa mga babaeng tahimik umihi. Kasi di ba parang hatching lang yan eh. Kapag tahimik, parang hindi masarap. So feeling ko, yung mga babae na tahimik umihi, hindi masarap umihi. Kasi sa totoo lang, masarap umihi. So okay, aminado ako, malakas yung tunog ng ihi ko. Pero oh my god, pag sobrang tahimik ng banyo, sobra ako nahihiya for myself. So I make a lot of effort para maging tahimik yung ihi ko. Like sometimes I even like put a barrier. Like, I get a lot of tissue, tas medyo kina-cushion ko. Para diba pagbagsak ng ihi, it passes through something. Para may sound absorber muna, tas saka na siya mahuhulog sa toilet. Para naman bawas tunog. Kasi, you know, I don't want the person waiting outside my cubicle to think na naliligo na ako, diba? Although, okay, the sound of peeing is acceptable, but soundproof cubicles, like the ones hotels have nga, are a necessity when you have to poo. Kasi diba merong flunk, splunk, tsaka merong... But as a listener in a bathroom, I can tolerate the sounds of peeing and pooing. But there's one thing I can't tolerate. Is the sound of vomiting. Like, oh my god, there was this one time that I had to pee, so I peed. And then this girl in the cubicle next to mine, she started vomiting. And oh my god, I tried to block the sounds, but I was too late. So if you watch the movie Sassy Girl in the Korean version, that is exactly it. I was just sitting there doing this. I read this funny thing over the internet once. It said there, why do they lock the bathrooms at gas stations? Are they afraid someone's gonna clean them? Which made me remember the few times that I had to pee in a public bathroom that was so messy and dirty and smelly na feeling ko talaga sa pinto pa lang, may UTI na ako. Okay, that's it for this rant. Leave a comment below and tell me what you hate about public bathrooms. Time for the question of the week. If you had to give up one of your 5 senses, which one would you give up? Sight, sense, hearing, touch, or smell? I'll answer this one in next week's video. Okay, as usual, here's my Twitter, my Facebook, and my Formspring. Feel free to leave me a message, ask me anything, I will reply. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, and when you comment, don't forget to react right there next to the comment box. Ciao, everybody! Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ugh, God. Hirap pumuelo. Ang hirap pumuelo. Lo. Then do the flicking thing inside the inside the sink. Do the flicking thing inside the sink.